I met Theron Goynes in Nashville, Arkansas.
When we met, I was in New York City, and you were in Boston, and we would get together at different festivals and drumming events.
I was a spectator at this softball game, and I'm like, I think that guy shaves his legs.
And she used to play bingo too before, and I was playing bingo.
And if she tells the story, when she came into the store, she met this rude, obnoxious, unfriendly New Yorker in the bowling shop.
It's kind of originally a fairly intellectual relationship. I mean, she came to our show, so I guess in a certain sense, Emily's a stalker.
Started flirting with me and then made an off-color comment to my boyfriend about me, and so I slapped him.
So I went down to this actually beautiful little salon in the historic town of Antigua, Guatemala. As soon as I walked in the door, instead of saying hi to Lisa, I kind of said to myself, wow, what a beautiful woman. I wonder if she could be my date to the wedding.
And I saw this beautiful girl. Her hair was jet black, curly, big black eyes. I was smitten.
They said, girl, we got a sharp, handsome math teacher here. And said, boy, and everybody was having a fit over Mr. Goynes. They wanted Mr. Goynes. So I didn't do all of that. I didn't have to, because he came to me.
He kind of was aware that I was waiting, and made our eye contact.
You can tell.
Yeah. I'm not the first girl to wait for you.
No. And I hope not the last.
Yeah.
He was a bodybuilder, I didn't know it. And of course, bodybuilders, they do shave their...
Exactly. Then you meet somebody the first time and you right away, it clicks.
And when we first met, you know, my thoughts start thinking, is this gonna be it?
We just sat down next to each other and, I don't know, it just flowed.
I come over and asked her for a date, and she was a little hesitant at first, but then she said, okay.
When we go in the door, I didn't even open the door for you. I just kind of walked in, not thinking.
And he's talking to me and moving his hands everywhere, and he hit the plate and flipped the fruit all over me. And we picked it up and put it back on the plate and laughed about it, and then he talked some more, and then he did it again. And he flipped it on me twice.
Flipping fruit.
But no hanky-panky.
No hanky-panky for
we
the
were
first 9 years.
involved with other people.
There was just something about Beli that from the instant I saw her, I was just, wow, I was just knocked off my feet.
Oh yeah, he used to stand up back near the wall and watch me all the time.
And I saw him around the campfire one night.
Playing drums.
Playing drums. And I knew that he was the one, and I knew I was not ready. So I told him I liked him fine, but only as a friend.
I was interested a lot sooner than Joy was interested, let's put it that way. It took me quite a while to wear her down.
And you bought me pink jewelry and pearl jewelry.
Yeah, I bought you lots.
And you wrote me letters in pink.
I did all that.
You were very romantic.
Yeah, I don't remember the romantic part.
I do.
Somehow the universe kept bringing us back together.
I always made sure that I was around the tournaments that Joy was bowling in, just in case she needed any help or a suggestion or whatever.
The actual proposal happened in the parking garage of the Fashion Show Mall.
He pulled this ring box out of his pocket, and he asked me, would I accept this ring? I didn't know what to do. I wasn't expecting that.
And I brought the ring out and I asked her to marry me there on the mountain.
Yeah. Well, Jerry asked me to marry him every month for 7 years.
Not every month.
Pretty much.
You know, I just told her how much I loved her, and I just couldn't get along without her. And that's about all you can say, you know.
We didn't want a long-distance relationship. We didn't want to break up. He didn't want to live here on his own because he was young and kind of scared. And so we naively said, oh, let's just get married then.
So we did.
It is nice being married. I always thought that it didn't really make a difference. What really mattered was the commitment between two people and whether they loved each other and whether they shared the same cat.
It was, once again, you know, you're going to get a lot of lack of romance out of us. You know, I have friends who, you know, dropped on one knee you know, in Cinderella's castle. But we talked about it.
And then you filled my car with flowers so that I could barely sit in it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I forgot that part. I remember just the negotiation part.
Do we ever finish each other's
sentences? Well, sometimes we do.
Yeah.
It's almost like we can read
each other's minds?
Yes, I can almost read his mind.
She does all the time. She does it much better than I do.
Well, he knows every stupid joke I'm going to make before I make it. And
I wouldn't finish it, though.
I can never figure out what's going on inside her head.
Here's a red card.
Right.
Which is a diamond.
Yes.
That's the 6 of diamonds.
I don't know about myself, but I know my wife pretty well knows what I'm thinking.
He'll start a conversation and I'm thinking about it in my head, and then he'll start talking about it. I'm like, get out of my head.
She'll be talking to a client and not thinking I'll say something because I know what she's going to say. And then I get this look. There's this.
What do I love most about you? Your patience.
He's got a lot of patience with me.
She kind of keeps me in balance, and that's what I like the best about her.
She is just an amazingly passionate person.
And I also love the fact that he makes me laugh every day.
I love my husband's sense of humor.
Well, the thing I love most about him is that he's an amazing disco dancer. No, just kidding.
He spoils me.
She's definitely my best friend.
And she's been my best friend and probably my only true friend.
That she knows me better than I know myself, and that I never have to worry about being anybody but myself.
We ask every couple that we meet that's been together longer than we have, so what's your secret for staying together?
I think that for a relationship to be successful, that respect is just as important as love.
You have to respect each other.
You know, instead of saying my all the time, it's ours and it's we.
Someone always has to listen and to have fun and be able to laugh with each other.
That's good.
Patience. And get to know each other as friends first.
Anything you say is a cliche. You know, I mean, you have to have, you know, it has to be honesty and trust and similar goals. The one thing you can't do is you can't pretend that opposites attract. I mean, that's been disproven many, many times.
We are opposite in a lot of ways, and I think that most couples are the yin and the yang, and that's what makes an interesting relationship.
That's the best thing to ensure marriage. Because if you're too much alike, you know, who knows what'll happen.
How to re-envision us as an old couple. A lot of walks and hand-holding.
Aww,
yeah.
You're gonna be a sexy grandmother.
Well, hopefully retired and vacationing on the beach somewhere.
That would be nice. I'm not wearing a bathing suit though.
I don't intend to ever retire. So I can't see much difference except more pain.
The 70 and 80-year-old couples, and they're still holding hands. Or he opens a door for her, and she'll look at me, she goes, is that gonna be us? I was like, yeah, I'll still hold your hand.
Less backflips.
Oh.
What do you think?
I think we'll be in New York City with gray hair, going to the theater all the time, and maybe trying heroin.
Yes, love is magical, and it's just built into the human body, just built into the brain.
It's got to be magic because when I see him, I'm happy to see him no matter what.
Electricity.
Butterflies all over. It must be at our age to start again.
So I guess it could be magic, huh?
I think when you find the right person, I do think it is.
I think it's all very, very powerful and very, very emotional, but not particularly magical. Because magical to me means lies and tricks. I don't think there's much of that involved.
Yeah.
In a relationship, all that is not love will rise to the surface to be transformed into love.
You've completed me.
I'm proud to have you as my wife, baby.
That's what it's all about. Yes.
And she's been stuck with me ever since.
Ich liebe dich.
I would be lucky to have him as my friend. it's pretty amazing that he's my husband.